Hello guys, it's Cav here with another review, and today we're going to speak about the SOULEATER, this new tier 8 tank. The new Halloween tank looks freaky, it looks quite different, and I dare to say that is the most detailed camouflage in the game. This tank really does look like something. You can see horns everywhere, I mean 2 horns, spikes, and a very well worked track, and mouth with green smoke coming out, and an attachment and the cannon. Yeah, it definitely does look like a Halloween tank. But what does this tank has to offer? Well, first of all, it is a jacked panzer on tier 8. It's a mix of a jacked panzer and a housing. If you look like it, it's literally the same tank. It's the same tank. The only difference is that the SOULEATER is like skinnier here, and yeah, of course, a lot less armor. And why does it look like the housing? Well, not in appearance, but in stats in terms of cannon. So the cannon works in the same ways, the same mechanic. You shoot once, there's another shot comes right after, almost instantaneously. So yeah, it is one of those tanks. That's why I said it's a housing with a jacked panzer. So, I didn't have this tank on my main account. This is my main account, by the way. I had it on my contributors account, because there I have all the tanks in the game. And I was playing with it. I played like about 20 something games in this thing. And I didn't really, I would say, it was like, this tank is good, but it can't really carry games, okay? And I'm like, you know what? I opened a few chests already in my main account. Why not try to get this thing on my main account? So I was like, look, I got 18 chests open. If I open another 12, I can get it guaranteed, because it was meant to open 30 to get it guaranteed. And then I was like, okay, no problem. I bought 17,500 gold. I literally bought the gold that I needed for 10 chests, and I'm like, okay, let's get it now. And look at that, 18 chests, and I got nothing. Yeah, I opened one chest, nothing. Second chest, SOULEATER. Third chest, nothing. Fourth chest, nothing. Fifth chest, SOULEATER again. Sixth, seventh chest, nothing. Eighth chest, a SOULEATER. And then on the ninth chest, I got 1,500 gold. Go and explain that to me. I opened 18 chests, and then I opened 10 chests, and I get 3 SOULEATERs. No logic. Anyway, guys, okay, let's not take too long on this thing. I just wanted to talk about that. But anyway, let's briefly talk about the SOULEATER stats, armor profile, and let's play 2 matches with it. Okay, so first of all, 1,300 HP, not a lot. Okay, this tank, it's big, but it's not very resilient. All right. Main armor, we got 200 millimeters on the front, 75 on the side, and 40 on the rear. So it looks like it has something on the front. We're gonna see that in a little bit. All right. Look, 63% camouflage is not great. This thing is huge. You'll be spotted quite easily, and it's difficult to hide. So 2,400 DPM, which is quite decent on tier 8, 13.2 seconds of reload, and the intro clip. So you shoot once, and then another shot comes right after automatically, is 0.25. So almost instantaneous. So it's like very short time. A lot of the times you will hit both shots. That's one thing I liked about the tank. Okay, so average penetration values is 257 on the AP, 356 on the heat, and 72 on the HE. Average damage 270 on the AP round, so you're gonna do 540 per clip if you shoot AP, which is not bad, but we'll get more into that. 240 on the heat rounds and 350 on the HE, 3.9 seconds of aiming time and 0.2 8 on dispersion values, so this thing is not a sniper, you can already tell. 6 degrees of gun depression, fortunately is not great, this thing is huge, you're gonna feel the lack of gun depression. And 10 degrees each side for the cannon, alright? Mobility is quite nice, quite decent, 46 kilometers an hour forward, 18 backwards. 18 backwards is amazing, by the way, you can retreat quite quickly, and yeah, nice. It helps, really helps when you're trying to reposition yourself. Provisions, this is what I'm using, and equipments, this is what I'm using. You know, on the improved armor, feel free to use to improve the HP if anything, but this is what I'm using anyway. So yep, that's what I would recommend. Feel free to change it. All right, so one thing I want to show you guys before we go into the matches is that the armor is quite weird on this thing. So we got a J Panther 2 aiming at the SOULEATER, and you can tell there is a lot of green, a lot of red. It is a troll armor profile. It is easy if you aim. Okay, if you aim, you can easily penetrate the lower plate. You can easily penetrate around the cannon, okay? But if you don't aim and you shoot this thing, you know, in a rush, you're likely to bounce because there's a lot of red around it as well, especially here on the upper hull and, you know, around the tank. It's just, look, if you're wiggling your tank and you're doing this and they shoot here, that's an autobans, you know. So yeah, wiggle your tank, never stay stationary, and even if you use your gun depression, which is I recommend, use your gun depression, hide the hull. Look, if I put APCR, it's quite easy to penetrate. Like I said, troll armor will bounce occasionally, can't really rely on it. Alright, so first of all I want to show you a replay, because I literally played 2 matches. The first one was a nice ace tanker. I will show you how the armor can be troll, but yeah, let's just have a look, right? So my thoughts about this thing is, first of all, it's too big for the battlefield. On tier 8, it's just too big, and I'm not a fan of big tanks. I am not. Ground tank, absolutely despise that thing. It's too big. It's too big, and it's just, you're a big walking target, you know, moving target, I would say. And this thing is similar, but you know, at least it has some kind of armor. The gun is alright. The tank is good, alright. Don't get me wrong, the tank is not bad. It's good, but it can't really carry because of the size of this thing. Everyone will aim at you, will prioritize and target you, and let me tell you, they're not really going to miss, because you're just so big. So on that first clip you can see my first shot didn't pen, but then the second one did. So, you know, it is handy in a way, because at least you have a second chance of damaging if you bounce the first one, or if you penetrate the first one and you bounce the second one, at least you're doing some damage. But I would say that this thing, it's just worse when you compare it to the ISU 130 PM, ISU 130, ISU 152, even the Elephant. I would say it's better than this, just because it's smaller and, you know, has a crazy DPM as well. I would prefer the J Panther 2 over this, like, any day. So I don't know, it's not like I hate it, but I just feel like it's too big for tier 8, and I don't enjoy big tanks. You can tell, look, yeah, they're bouncing, I'm getting a lot of bounces on this thing, but realistically, you know, this is just one of those matches where the enemy team wasn't really aiming. And you know how you buy a tank and you get the first 10 matches as like a grace period, like a honeymoon period. Yeah, this is what's happening now. I'm getting like the first 10 good matches on the tank, and then later it will go downhill. So this thing against tier 9s suffers a little bit, okay, especially because of the armor profile. Doesn't have good enough armor for tier 9s, and yeah, that's about it. You're just huge. 1300 HP, you know, 4 shots, you're gone. You're done for. Yeah, that's what I have to say. So ain't my favorite. Is not a tank that I'd wake up and be like, I want to play the SOULEATER. No, it won't happen. So yeah, but I still got it just because I want to leave it in my garage. I'm not sure when Wargaming is gonna sell it again. So I'm a collector, basically. So I just wanted to have it. But it is not a tank I would recommend you spending your money, especially now that Wargaming released it, and for 10 crates with a discount is literally 17,500 gold. almost 18,000 gold for 10 crates, which has 5% drop chance. It's ridiculous, it's crazy money, and I would never spend that amount if I didn't have pretty much all the tanks in the game. So for you, my little friend, I wouldn't recommend buying this unless it comes for like 8,000 gold or something like that, and it's guaranteed. Then yeah, okay, why not? It's a very different tank. There's nothing in the game that looks like it. So look, if you're really into the looks of this tank, you know, go ahead. But I wouldn't recommend if you're a guy that has a tight budget and you're aiming for the best tanks in tier 8. It's just not one of those. Alright, so we're gonna go for the second match. Today's only 2 matches on this video. The first one is an ace tanker. Of course, I wanted to make sure you saw a good match from me. I don't know how the second one is gonna go, but yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's see what we can do with this beast of a tank, huge tank. I don't know how I feel about Wargaming giving it the 2 shots mechanic. I know they wanted to like make it different and all that, but maybe the tank would have shined more if it had like, I don't know, 460 alpha, single shotgun, and 10 seconds of reload. That would have been beautiful. But yeah, I don't know. Let's just see how it goes. Second match, we are against tier 8s again, because I've just bought the thing, so I am gonna have a very good matchmaking. I still don't know how that works, man. You get a new tank and you just get good matchmaking on the first 10 battles. I don't know why Wargaming does that. Is it to help people acclimate to the tank? Likely. I don't know. Anyway, one thing I found out is that you will actually bounce quite a bit of shots if you side scrape a little bit with this thing. It's a good side scraper, in a way. Of course, don't rely on that. But yeah, it's a decent side scraper. Okay, we got that M6 right there. I really don't want to expose myself too much, because you see, I'm not confident on this tank's armor profile. Like that Skoda right there. He's not really a tank I want to be dealing with. Let's try to wiggle our tank. Nice. That's a very good bounce. Proud of that. Let's come here and hopefully finish off this M6. Amorak, maybe? No, but we're still finishing them off. Remember, our alpha with AP is 540, sorry, if you do pen both shots, which is not bad. There we go. TDs are probably around here, so I'm not gonna expose myself too much. All I want to do is maybe get like a clip on this guy. Good. That's good. Got a black prince around there. Can I get a few shots on him, maybe? Can I escape this Skoda? That would be nice. Alright, let me get out of that Skoda's view range. Yeah, that's not good. My team is just dying, man. Let's keep going. Let's flank around our spawn and see if we can just deal with the flank on C. I don't know, I'm not very confident. My team is keeps dying, man. Oh god, why would you go there knowing there is a TD like waiting for you? Yeah, not the smartest team ever. And I'm spotted, of course, because this thing is just massive. Yeah, that's a loss. Good thing I showed you the ace tanker right at the start, but here we go. That's one of the downsides of the tank. Of course, I'm gonna show you everything. You know, I'm not gonna cut out just because the match is bad. It basically proves my point that this thing is just too big. Of course, my team didn't help. They just cleaned themselves as well. Let me see what I can do, man. I won't be able to do anything here. Nothing. Let me see if I can get this Skoda by any chance. No. I can't really get the Skoda. Maybe I can ram him. Yeah, that's decent. And I'm gonna die. Yeah. There we go. I did what I could. Yeah, that's about it. But guys, look, That's a SOULEATER. Not my favorite tank. Definitely for collectors, but not for the casual player. But anyway, I'll stay around here. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.